Welcome, welcome everyone. My name is Garam and today's topic is to re-engage. Let's get started. I've been feeling isolated this past month and it hit me really hard after I launched my last episode. I actually ended up applying for a part-time job where I would be seeing people throughout my day. I didn't last very long. Matter of fact, I lasted 2 days. On the third day, I woke up and I realized I wasn't putting God as a priority in my life. I was making quick, meaningless prayers. I stopped reading the Bible. I stopped doing my daily affirmations. And more importantly, I wasn't being in solitude with God. It was then I realized that this job wasn't worth it. And so I ended things and I was rewatching a sermon from Pastor Max at Elevation Chapel. And he mentioned a verse from Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. And it says, "Study this book of instruction continually, meditate on it day and night, so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do." This verse really hit home for me. It reminded me of how important it is to read the message of God daily and that it can help you to see more clearly in your walk with God. When I got back on track with my daily routine with God, I felt my struggle with isolation shrink. I lost focus with God and let these feelings of isolation live inside my mind, and it led me to taking matters into my own hands to do something about it. There's a passage in Luke chapter 5, verses 1 through 7 that I would like to share. As the crowd was pressing in on Jesus to hear God's word, he was standing by Lake Gennesaret. He saw two boats at the edge of the lake. The fishermen had left them and were washing their nets. He got into one of the boats, which belonged to Simon, and asked him to put out a little from the land. Then he sat down and was teaching the crowds from the boat. When he had finished speaking, he said to Simon, "Put out into deep water and let down your nets for a catch." "Master," Simon replied, "we've worked hard all night long and caught nothing. But if you say so, I'll let down the nets." When they did this, they caught a great number of fish, and their nets began to tear. So they signaled to their partners in the other boat to come and help them. They came and filled both boats so full that they began to sink. I've heard this passage many times before, but it was only until recently I truly started to understand it. I feel that in our lives, whether we are in a season of waiting or we are struggling with isolation or pain, we may try so hard to control the success of our outcome. But when we are guided by God to move forward, only then will we reap the benefits of our efforts. This moment has shown me that when you put your focus on God, whatever circumstance that you are currently going through will become small. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, but it will give you strength to keep going. For those of you who are struggling with something right now, I just want to encourage you all to keep your focus on God. If I can get back on track, so can you.